Hi, this is Tim, the founder of Pandora. The video you're about to watch is the second in a three-part series on Tree, a sustainable recording studio in Atlanta, Georgia. In this episode, we talk with Paul Diaz and James Groove Chambers, two great producers at the studio. Hope you like it.
We're going into James Chambers' private production studio.
Okay.
Some people know him as James Groove Chambers.
Right on.
He produced Nappy Roots on Gnaw and 10 of the other songs, or 9 of the other songs on that album. Some of the first Anthony Hamilton and Trick Daddy stuff. More recently, Little Mama's Lip Gloss. And basically, he and I are partners in Tree Leaf Music. This is where we bring artists and kind of set them down with James if we're working with James and say, you know, get busy being creative, really.
James, maybe you could tell us a little bit about how you got started producing records and how you came to Atlanta.
That's an interesting one. I guess, man, it really started from me being an athlete and tearing my leg to shreds at a big track meet when I was 19. So that was like my big hustle right there, and I didn't know what I was gonna do after that. But I was always the biggest music fan in the world. I had every CD, I was always DJing, little mixers and parties in high school or whatever. So basically, man, one day I was just like randomly at a pawn shop, like I think just looking around, and I saw a drum machine. Just picked it up and I was like, yo, man, it seems like something I could do, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, so I'm in Kansas City, and like—
Was it a Dr. Rhythm?
A Dr. Rhythm. It's actually, you know, it's sitting right over there. It all started from this, led to all of this,
Yeah.
but found this at a pawn shop one day, man, and me and my guys were hanging out trying to learn how to use it, and in like a couple months, I was just like, you know what? You know, I listen to the radio a lot, and I'm like, yo, man, I think I could really do this. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like, yo, I'm moving to Atlanta. Group Nappy Roots, so I produced their first album. Their manager at the time, it came in a Sprint to buy a phone. Nappy was on Atlantic, but they hadn't come out. So him and my roommate just got to talking, and you know, my roommate was like, yo, man, I got a roommate who makes beats. You know, 3 weeks later, I recorded the song. They sent the song to Atlantic Records. And mind you, I'm just working at, you know, just a job. I'm never done anything in the music business, never been to a real studio like Tree Sound or anything. Atlantic Records called back. They were like, yo, you know, this guy got your sound. Keep going to him. They kept coming back. I kept doing songs, and the next thing you know, the Nappy Roots album comes out, sells 1 million records, and I'm like, what? Like, I was never hustling at studios. I never sent out a beat CD. I never did anything really to try to get into the music business. So the first thing I did ended up selling, you know, 2 million records, 2 million records, and then that's how I'm here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah. It really started out as me renting a room, but then, you know, hanging out every day and talking to Paul, and we started to realize we had a lot of the same characteristics when it comes to music itself and the music business, opposed to like, you know, like doing music because we care about music and working with artists because we care about artists and we care about their development, not just about making a buck. So we would talk and we were like, yo, man, we're kind of on the same page. Like, I do music, man, and I love it, but I love people and I love to do music that counts and that means something. You know, being in the major label side, as far as like working with Nappy Roots and getting some success, I started to really see what I really didn't like about the music business. You know, it's more you don't like than you like. People don't care, man. People don't care that you want to make a song that makes a difference. They just care like, yo, I need a hit, throw it out there, and if it doesn't work, then we got to move on to the next. They don't care about you getting out your artistic vision or trying to save the world. They don't give a crap about that. And I was like, well, I care about that. So that's a big difference. Like, that's a fundamental difference. Like, I care, and the people I'm dealing with every day don't. So, you know, me and Paul started talking about stuff, and we're like, man, we need to stick together, man. We can really make a difference. Not just make some money, but like, make a difference, you know, put some music out there that changes people's lives and stuff.